Hello everyone, and welcome back to the A+oic. I trust you are doing well by the grace of God. I know you've been asking what's happening, what's wrong. It's been a long time seeing, we have a computing assignment or homework. Is everything alright? Oh, I'm here to assure you everything is alright, right? It is just that we've been working very hard trying to translate, or we are trying to transfigure our examination this time around, from the generalistic way of doing to a modernized way. I think coming to see what we have in our curriculum, reading and then understanding everything from it, I realized that I think it will be very helpful if we allow our students to be taking the computing like the way they used to. I've always believed in this, that there's a philosophy which always it proves and then it shows that when we keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again, there's no way we are going to achieve any different result. It will be a privilege. It is going to be something that can transpire into something really excellent. If I should say 20% or 30% of my students are able to have computer usage, that is literacy. We always say they have digital literacy, they have digital safety, tool usage and etc. But how is this going to be done? Right. So coming in here, picking up this from the grounds, I realized that we may achieve. We may underachieve what the objective should be if we should go on that particular same routine. We have to change that particular way, or that particular mindset, and then put ourselves on a higher pedestal. So today in this video, it has been enough of 1 minute talk or introduction, but I'm going to just show you something. That is a home link that I've given to my learners, that is from grade 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. It's fine if you are able to do it. It's fine if you're not able to do it. Right. But I'm confident, and I'm even glad, even before you do, that at least when you see how it is being done, you may at least learn 1 or 2 things from what I'm in here to show to you. Right. So without much ado, let me just log in to this. So I have a student account here, so I'll log in here. So I think the way we do it, right? So let me log in here, and I like this light mode, right? So you can see it in here. We've logged in. The home link that I have here is entitled end of year home link. What I'm trying to let us understand is that I've compiled some few questions from first term, second term, and then third term for the learners to just go and then work it out by themselves. So you have about let me just put it this way. You have more than 48 hours. So let me say the deadline or the due date is gonna be somewhere that is Monday. So you have from now till that is 8 p.m. on Monday to do submission. But as I'm saying, it is not really compulsory. If you want to partake, it is fine. But if you don't want to, it is also fine. But as I'm saying, sometimes we try to work very hard. You do your very best, and then you leave the rest to God. We may all have our reservations, but I trust that some or certain techniques brings out some result that may yield for tomorrow. So just follow me up, and then let's get this done. Right. So I have it in here the same way we do our previous home link. So we go to the academic hub, as you always know, right? So we pick it from academic core, we go to academic hub, and then we just take it from academic hub. So you can see I have this here. It is called hybrid exams, right? So we have the combined theory, and then we have practical. So we click on this. All right, so you can see I was already in progress. So at the moment you start the home link or the exams, you have 180 minutes to complete. There is nothing like what proctoring, there is nothing like what strings what attached that is going to give you violations, you understand. So let me continue my attempt, but in case you are starting, you'll be having what start attempt. But because I was testing this and then I just closed it, so I'm going to be having, okay, so I think let me start a new attempt. Okay, new attempt. Okay, I didn't finish, but let me go back. Let me take a new attempt here. So that is it. So first of all, we have some objective questions. So I'm not going to select the correct answers, I just want to just test it for you to see. So I may pick wrong answers throughout. I'm just testing. I may even skip some of them. Alright, so I'm just picking, but you have to be doing everything, you know. So I'll pick this out. So most of you are saying most of the time you can't type, but I have a question here who says we have the word bank. So you read this, and then you pick the answer, and then you fill in. Right, so I'll just type in anything, not even part of the answer. Okay, so what this doing, after I'm to submit this particular section. So I'll submit this particular section from here, and then section B opens for me immediately. Section B opens for me immediately from here. Right, so as it has opened, I have to also complete section B. You know, our final exams this time around is going to be digitalized. I should say that it is going to be digitalized. Right, so it means that most of our learners are going to take their exams for the first time using their computers. We are not going to be using the exam sheets or the papers in our exams this time around. Maybe we may be having a little bit of division. Today we tried with a pilot, and a particular class actually helped achieve this particular feat. So this is tried and tested, and then it has been held to the ground and to the core, and we know it works. So here we have some arrangement. So arrangement, you just put it here, you just pull it. So anyway, anyhow you think you do it is correct, you just do it. And we go in here, you put in your answers. I put in mine, and I go to the next one and I put in mine again, and then I'm done. So submit. That is section B for me. Okay, so let me start the practical work. So I start the practical work. I have this here. Okay, so I have this here. So you read the question. Let me make it dark mode. Okay, so I have the question here. You read the question, and then you put in the same things. So okay, so we'll be getting the same table here, right? So I'll put my fruit and everything, right? I'll put my fruit, and I'll put the apples, just like that. So let's get the same data, right? So let's just get the same data that we have in here. Okay, we'll just get the same data in here. Okay, so you read the question here. An example, look at cell A3. So this is cell A3. We have A3 here, and it says that A3 is apple. Okay, is it label or value? So you write here, okay, it is label, okay, or it is value. So you just explain. Okay, and then you go to the next one, right? So to be asking you some questions, you just be providing the answers. After you think you are done, you can click on finish and submit. Right, so we have another section, that is the last one, that is going to be scratch particles. So I scroll here, and then the question says open the scratch, open your scratch cut and follow the instructions below. Choose a backdrop. So if you want to open the scratch, you know how we do it, right? You can open MIT or Table app, right? So, or maybe even we have Snap, right? But let me use this one, and it opens in a new tab, right? You know, it opens in a new tab, right? So let's wait for it to complete in a new tab. When it opens, we can now be switching together. So it says we should change the backdrop, right? So we go to backdrop, and then sorry, let's go to the backdrop. We change the backdrop. Okay, so we go back to the question, and then what we read, and then we do whatever that it says. So after we are done, right, we can just get back. We save the file. So you save the file. So we click on what? On save to your computer here. Okay, I have what? Save here, but I'm sure yours will come as save as. I'm very confident about that. It will come as save as, but I have only save, right? But so I have save here. Let me check it out. That is save here, right? So I'll go back to my browser, and I'll go back to where I was working, and I'll upload the file. So I will just click on this, and I'll go look out for it. That is what Scratch 3 project, right? So you can rename this, right? You can just right click, you rename it, and put in your name. Maybe mine is this, but you should make sure that .sb3 is always there, right? So I pick up this particular one, I put it in here. All right, so for this, after I'm done, if I'm sure that I've been able to do all of the instructions provided on the left, I just click on finish and submit right here. Okay, so it shows that grading pending. So after your exams, everything will be showing as grading pending. Maybe only the objective part, that is paper 1, will be graded. It is over 20, over 30. So I didn't do much because I told you I'll be skipping. So let's see, I have 1 over 100. It means I have 1 over 20. The 80%, the instructor or the teacher himself or herself is going to say to look at what has been done, and then will be graded, right? So that is that for our end of year home link. All right, so that is the information I have for you. So let me reiterate again. Okay, this particular term, our exam that will be taken is going to be what? On the digital space. So as I'm saying, it is not, really how should I put this? Okay, you can just opt, you can opt out or you can opt in, right? But this is going to determine. Okay, I've already handpicked. Okay, I went to the classes, they give me that assurance that some wants to they are ready to take it, and I like that when I see that particular zeal, the vim and the vigor of my students wanting to who wants to do that, right? And I'm sure as time goes on, progressively we may enroll, and then we'll get everyone on this. So I'll end here, and then if you have any questions, any comment, you leave it in the comment section. Until we meet again, this is the A+oic. Bye for now.